Hey guys, today I'm reviewing the Boss BD-2. Now, if you don't know, this is an incredible transparent overdrive pedal, and it costs about $100. You can find it used for probably down to about $60, so it's a pretty cheap pedal, and while it is Boss, it does sound great. Now, I said it's a transparent overdrive, which essentially means the harder you play, the more overdrive you get. The softer you play, the less overdrive you get, which gives you a dynamic skill that really is just great to have, because then you're not having to bend over and mess with your pedals in the middle of your set. Instead, you can just change your playing a little bit, which you kind of do naturally anyways, and your overdrive will compensate for those changes, which is really just a great thing. So, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I use it in church. You can use this obviously for any sort of context, whether that be a rock band or a country band or a blues band, which it works great for because it's called the Blues Driver, and that's not just because it's colored blue. It sounds really great with everything. It's just an awesome overdrive, and I would totally suggest it to you. So let's go ahead and go down and we'll check it out. Alright, so this is the Boss BD-2 Blues Driver. This is an incredible transparent overdrive, like I said. Just sounds awesome. So I'm going to be going through and just showing you a bunch of different settings on the knobs. I won't be turning on any other pedals unless I'm telling you I'm turning them on. Obviously my volume is on, but it kind of has to be on because of the way I run my signal. Now, I know it's a little hard to see what the knobs are on, so I'll just be telling you this is what the knobs are on. So right here is level, which is kind of like your volume, and then this little middle one is tone, and then this one right here is gain, which is how much gain you have, how much drive. So let's go ahead and check out my clean signal. Let's turn this off, and I'll show you how it sounds. So it's a little out of tune, but it sounds okay. Let's go ahead and throw in the Blues Driver to see what it does. Now you may have noticed while I was playing that it suddenly got louder and more overdriven, and then it got quieter and less overdriven. Now that's because this is a transparent overdrive, which means it reacts to the way you play. So the harder you play, the more overdriven it sounds, whereas the less you play, the more clean it sounds, which is really awesome for worship. Us worship players love transparent overdrives because it gives us a dynamic skill without having to mess with pedals, which is really awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again, where I start off really softly, and then I'm going to get harder and harder, and you're going to hear that gain come in more and more. So due to that circuitry, it just really creates a dynamic skill that really nothing else can duplicate. It's just an awesome thing to have. Now I'm going to show you how I would use this pedal in worship. I almost always have this pedal on just to give me a little bit of drive because I can't turn up my amp enough in the space I'm in to get a natural overdrive from my tubes. So let's go ahead and turn on some delay. Let's see. And I have this on a dotted eighth, tapped around 74 BPM, and then I'm going to turn on some reverb. And I have that on my modulate setting, which I showed you in my last video. So I'm just going to be playing through some lead lines. Again, this is dotted eighth reverb at 74 BPM. My level knob is like at straight 9 o'clock. Tone knob is straight at 12 o'clock, and then gain is almost 12 o'clock. It's like 11. So let's go ahead and hear how that sounds. So it sounds pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and switch to my bridge pickup and do it again so you can see some more change. But I'm going to go ahead and take my drive and turn it up to about a 3 o'clock. So it's pretty high right now. So it can get pretty overdriven, especially when you start playing a little harder. You may notice that I did play some of those notes harder than the others to give them a little accent and give them a little more overdrive. So really, this is an awesome pedal. If you are a guitar player, I would definitely recommend it. But specifically if you're a worship player, because it gives you that dynamic skill that is really just incredible. Thank you so much for watching my review of the Boss BD-2 Overdrive. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it helped you learn a little bit about this pedal. Like I said, amazing pedal. You should definitely check it out if you're building a pedal board, especially if it's like your first one, because it's a really cheap pedal, but it sounds expensive. It sounds really good. So anyways, go ahead and click like if you enjoyed this video. Click subscribe if you want to see more. Typically, I teach you how to play worship songs or teach you how to play methods used in worship playing, but I'm just reviewing the pedals that I have now because I figured pedal reviews are good. I also have a link right up in... I'm having a hard time figuring this out. Right about there. That eye is going to come out right now. And that's a link to the playlist of all the pedal reviews I've done so far. If you click subscribe, then you'll get notified for when I upload my review of the Full Tone OCD, which is a higher gain Transparent Overdrive that's very similar to the Blues Driver, but it gets higher gain and it's a lot louder. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment below any suggestions you have, and I will see you next week with the review of the Full Tone OCD, and may his will be done. Bye, guys.